Hello, we are back with another AJ Lee video. And if you're surprised, you shouldn't be surprised by now, okay?
Subscribe to MINNIEPORTABLE. It's affordable, cause it's free.
We pretty much know how AJ Lee's career started, so I'm not here to take you through the ranks, not just yet. This is going to be a series, and I hope you enjoy this series. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is what was the initial star rising moment for AJ Lee? What happened in her career that made her who she is today? What happened that had her transition from this very doe-eyed, gullible, deer in the headlights sort of girlfriend who does anything for her boyfriend to this crazy chick? Even if you don't want one, you're probably going to be a part of a romantic storyline. Pair up AJ Lee with Daniel Bryan. The story that this relationship brought was not the original plan. AJ Lee said in an interview that they were supposed to be the dynamic heel duo. They were supposed to be the next Lita and Edge. Fans started believing this relationship. Fans were interested in it. The plans were set in motion for Daniel Bryan. Not so much for AJ Lee. They knew that she can carry that character, but not so much on her for future plans. She's taken acting classes prior to joining the WWE. She's read a bunch of comic books, and she was inspired from all of these eccentric characters. The best thing that you can do when you have an opportunity is get your own character over. You can only say that with a couple of people because Vince did not like when people got organically over, but he actually adored AJ Lee, and I think it was because it was more of like a breath of fresh air. Let's go ahead and forward to TLC 2011. Daniel Bryan cashes in on Big Show after he just had an insane match with Mark Henry. Daniel Bryan successfully cashes in. Then on SmackDown, Big Show versus Daniel Bryan, the rematch. AJ Lee, being the concerned girlfriend that she is, goes up to Big Show, basically says please don't hurt him, he's a good guy. Big Show is being super sympathetic, just saying, oh, my plan is not to hurt him, my plan is to get my title back. Daniel Bryan comes in, interrupts, accuses Big Show of trying to take AJ Lee away from him. At this point of time, AJ Lee already told Daniel Bryan that she loved him. So that backstage segment ended with Daniel Bryan saying, how much do you love me? They walk off camera as Daniel Bryan is saying, let's go ahead and talk over here. The match is happening. Daniel Bryan gets out of the ring, starts running away from Big Show. AJ Lee, in Big Show's way, gets trampled. Big Show is just there feeling so bad, and he's like, what did I just do? He feels so guilty for it all. And you have to think, was this premeditated? Did Daniel Bryan tell AJ Lee to just stand there and let Big Show just trample her down to the ground? And then when she came back, she garnered so much sympathy. What's happening? It's AJ Lee with a neck brace. And you can see that he's so sorry that he ran into her. You can deeply see that he just feels so bad, and she's still terrified because she doesn't want to get hurt. Daniel Bryan is already outside of the ring, and you can tell that AJ Lee is confused but really just scared. So she gets out of the ring, she hugs Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan is in the line of sight of Big Show. So he hugs her and he's like, I'm not gonna let anything happen to you. But then he looks over to Big Show and he has this very maniacal smile. I got her where I want her to be, and I got you fucking twisted because you feel bad, but I also want you to know I'm toying with her. I think when we all saw that smile, we were like, AJ, run! AJ, you deserve so much more. She garnered sympathy and we started caring. And then we have WrestleMania 28. 18 seconds it took for Sheamus to pin Daniel Bryan, and that was after he had a good luck kiss with AJ Lee. And then the SmackDown, after he lost in 18 seconds, he was out there in the ring cutting a promo. AJ Lee is playing this very supportive, good girlfriend, always there for you. Daniel Bryan is just talking so low about himself. She's like, there are so many signs. People were chanting your name. And then he just starts talking and he's like, I had time to think about what the problem really is. Blames her for wanting that kiss. Calls it the kiss of death. Belittles her. Keep in mind, she's like the girl next door kind of girlfriend. And he's saying some wild shit to her.
18 seconds, AJ. 18 seconds!
The crowd starts booing, but you can hear the crowd also being conflicted. I want to boo you, but at the same time, I can tell what you're doing right now. This is some good work. And I might be speaking for myself because I vividly remember this, because Daniel Bryan was my favorite male superstar at this time, and AJ Lee was my favorite female superstar. I'm not gonna boo you. I like you, Daniel Bryan, but also AJ Lee, like, girl. And I was just enamored with the entire situation, because I'm not gonna tell you that I knew what was gonna happen next. I didn't know the repercussions of all of this. I didn't know that this was going to amplify and create a whole new level of AJ Lee, because you are this good girlfriend and now your boyfriend is blaming you. And not only that, he's doing it in front of millions of people, and he's saying that it's your fault, and he's calling your kiss the kiss of death. He's telling you that you're worthless and you're just there confused and crying, and he's telling you that that kiss was the last time that you were ever going to kiss him. And then he says, get out of my ring. Damn, get out of my ring, bro. You're not even champion anymore. You lost in 18 seconds. Watch your mouth. So the crowd is just torn, because we liked Bryan's work, but at the same time, girl, what's next for you? You just got dumped on national television, and you've been a good girlfriend to him. Why is he treating you this way? And I say that as a fan, because that's exactly how you're supposed to think, because that's exactly how she's thinking. Her gears start turning a little bit. She's also overthinking. She's also thinking about this. And I didn't even touch on the way that Daniel Bryan was treating her. He treated her like crap. He would tell her to shut up when she was trying to speak her mind. Everything that happened was so beautifully put into place, even though it wasn't supposed to happen that way, because AJ Lee said herself that her and Daniel Bryan were supposed to be this dynamic heel duo. But yet Daniel Bryan is treating her like his little bitch. And I don't think that could have worked out any better, because this was the beginning of her career. AJ Lee, being that good girlfriend, tried to get him back, and he kept rejecting her. And that made her a little more crazy. That made her spiral. That made her maybe try to make him jealous by going with other guys named Kane and CM Punk. And if you want to call it a triangle, if you want to call it a square, because you're talking about Daniel Bryan, Kane, and CM Punk, and herself, we can call it whatever you want. I'm gonna call it the skyrocket of AJ Lee's career, because this is where we are planting the seeds. Commentary starts calling her crazy. She starts acting a little more unhinged. And this is exactly the situation where people were paying attention, because now you have this woman attached to Kane, CM Punk, and Daniel Bryan. And I'm not saying that a woman needs to be attached to Kane, Daniel Bryan, or CM Punk to get over, but that woman would never be attached to those three if she wasn't already planting seeds herself, if she wasn't already building a character and making people feel bad for her because of her great ability to sell, because of her great acting skills, because she was so damn good at everything she did when it came to delivering a character. Whatever she said on the mic during that time, she made everything seem believable. You believed that, is there some kind of backstage turmoil that they're trying to portray on screen? Because this is not the first time that they have done that. And that, folks, is going to wrap up part 1 of this series. Hope you guys stay for this entire series, because there is still so much to talk about. Until next time, bye!